What's up, guys? Cobra Kai here, and I'll be reviewing Cobra Kai Season 1, Episode 4, Cobra Kai Never Die. So this episode starts off with Robbie, Johnny's son, at his job, and then he's like with this guy wanting to fix. He's like, "I'll be with you in a second," and then the guy leaves, and Johnny's and Robbie steals his computer and gives it to his friend, and then they're like skateboarding when he sees a thing for Cobra Kai, and he's like, "It's my dad." So he's like, "Do you want to join karate?" It's like, "No, it's my dad." Yeah. So then we see Johnny. He's walking around, flashbacking. Miguel's mom was like, "You never come near my song. Never come near my son again." And Miguel's like, "Cobra Kai never dies." So yeah, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to spray paint?" And he spray paints a bit. He's like, "Do you want to trade a can?" And he gets some spray paint and a giant wiener on Daniel, and Daniel, yeah. So yeah, and then we see Sam. She's still mad at Daniel. So then we see her at school, and she like, people are still calling me the name, and she's like, "Yeah, they have short minds, they'll forget." And she's like, "I'll never forget." So yeah. So then we see Miguel, and he's like, "Hey, I'll still come by the dojo weekend." He's like, "No, I'm closing." Why? Because I'm closing it. So yeah. So yeah. So then we see Johnny. He's like, he's like drunk again. He's like drinking again. He gets a call from Robbie's principal about how Robbie's skipping school, and how they went on a canoe trip to have some. He's like, "Robbie's skipping school." So then he goes to his apartment. He's like, "What's up? Why are you skipping school and all that stuff?" And he's like, "Hey, you weren't there for me, and for 16 years you weren't there for me, and mom's okay with that, so you can just go." So he's like, "Don't go to school, don't go to school, don't whatever." So he goes. So then Johnny's next thing is that he goes to his ex-wife, and he's like, "Are you okay with our son not going to school?" And she's like, "What are you?" He's like, "What are you even doing here?" He's like, "I'm getting an application." He's like, he's like, "No." And he's like, "Are you okay with?" And he's like, "Johnny, you walked out on day one. She had to care for her son. She had to be there for him. But where were you, Johnny?" He's like, "I can do that now." And she's like, no do-overs, John. It's done, Johnny. No." So then we see Kyle. So then we see Eli, Miguel, and Dimitri, and they're all hanging out when Kyler comes in. He's like, "Hey, it's Rhea," and because the whole episode 1 thing, and yeah, and he's like, "Hey, we don't want any trouble." So he's and he's like, "What's up, freak?" So yeah, and then they all leave, but then Dimitri's like, "No, that's my yogurt," and then he picks it up, and then yogurt splattered over his backpack. So then he leaves, and then Sam is there, so she finally sees what a bad guy Kyler is. So yeah, so when they're on a movie date, he's like, "Let's just watch the movie, Kyler," and he keeps trying to get closer. He's like, "I saw what you did to Dimitri, Eli, and Miguel." He's like, "That's just us playing around. We're just friends." And who does that? If you're friends with them, don't do that, Kyler. And Sam finally finally does what she should have done. Like, she tries to move closer around, but she's like, "Stop, Kyler!" And so, yeah, so yeah, so then Johnny goes to Miguel's mom. He's like, "Don't close the door on me. I'm." He goes to a diner and sees a kid and his son being friends. He get hanging out together, and then he goes to Miguel's mom. He's like, "Miguel's mom, I know that I failed him, but I don't want to do it again. So if give me a chance, let me be there for Miguel." And then when she's like, "I'll think about it." And then we hear Miguel's mom say, "I like that guy." And yeah. So yeah, and then next day we see Miguel, and he's like, "I'm back in," and he's like, "Because you lost Kyler, the reason you lost Kyler was because you didn't have the fence, and now you're gonna learn it." So yeah. So yeah, and then we see Sam finally talking to Daniel, and he's like, "Hey, why don't we bring Kyler back? Why don't we have Kyler over here?" And Sam's like, "I don't think Kyler will be back for a while." Finally, Sam, you finally realize what bad guy is. And then at the end of the episode, Daniel's going to lose to our group when he's like, when they reveal that, isn't this the guy that beat you? Isn't the guy that beat you up in high school? And he's like, this was funny, but now it's time to declare war against Cobra Kai. So yeah, and that's how the episode ends. Okay, Cobra Kai Never Dies was an awesome episode. So far, Cobra Kai is an awesome show. So yeah, I just love the episodes. Like, so far, I'm glad that Sam was able to see what bad guy Kyler is and end it with him because yeah, he's a bad guy. So yeah, and also, what's gonna happen with her friends? Because with her mean rich friends, because they liked Kyler, and now that she's met Kyler could spread some big lies about her, and because they didn't see it, they could believe Kyler. So yeah, and also, I'm glad that Miguel's mom came through and let Miguel rejoin Cobra Kai. I felt bad for Johnny this entire episode. He originally lost Miguel, was able to get him back. His son hates him, and his wife wants nothing to do. His ex-wife wants nothing to do with him. So, come on. I get his son hating him because, as ex-wife says, he wasn't there for the minute his son was born, and now wants to be a part of his life. I get why his son hates him, and I get his ex-wife wanted him too because she had to take care of a kid all on her own. No help from Johnny. No help from her own. But yeah, Johnny just needs some love from his son. That's all he needs. I want them to reconcile. Come on. I think that Taylor Buchanan and William Zabka are friends in real life. Because of course they are. Yeah. I like William Zabka's Johnny is very awesome. Like in the original Karate Kid, you hated Johnny so much because of his bullying of Daniel, but this show makes you love Johnny. Like I love Johnny in this show. I like William Zabka too, but yeah. Thank you for watching this video. Give it like 100 likes or whatever likes you can give it. But yeah, thank you. And I'll see you guys in episode 5. And remember, it's me, Cobra Kai. Thanks for watching.